Hey, this is Andy from Iconic Fitness, and welcome to our kitchen. We are talking today about the nutrition plan that you guys are all going to get as part of your transformation sessions and your transformation programs. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how the box is actually going to be put together. So hopefully by now, as I said yesterday, everybody's bought their trusty 2 to 4 liter Tupperware box. And I'll finally be able to explain now why you're going to use it and how it's going to work. So what I've got laid out here is one of the meals that you guys will be putting into your Tupperware box as part of your nutrition plan. And you'll have one of these meals every single day. And this is going to be great for those of you, especially who have office jobs. I understand sometimes it can be difficult to eat healthy while you're there. And this will give you an opportunity to prepare your food ahead of time and make sure you have control over what you're eating while you're in the office. So, as you'll see on the email that this is attached to, the lunchbox diet, or the actual nutrition plan that we have, is going to be based on 3 different categories of food going into your lunchbox. Group A, Group B, and Group C. Group A is going to be 60% of your box that you take every single day, and that's going to consist almost entirely of vegetables. You might have some fruits sometimes. Today, for instance, and you're going to get this meal plan very soon, we have spinach, avocado, asparagus, cherry tomatoes, and radishes that are all part of our Group A. This is going to make up 60% of your lunchbox. Now you might be a little bit confused about what 60% looks like, and don't worry, I'll explain that in a minute. Group B is going to be your protein or protein alternative. For you non-vegetarians, today we have chicken. That can be fish or meat as well. For you vegetarians, we will have options for those of you that don't even eat fish with protein alternatives and possibly eggs. They can go in there. So this is Group B, and that's going to make up 30% of your lunchbox. The final group, Group C, is going to make up 10% of the lunchbox. These are going to be sort of additional add-ons. For example, today we have mixed nuts, and here I have walnuts, cashews, and almonds. We also are going to season it a little bit with our herb seasoning. We have green onion here, oregano, and basil. This olive oil you're going to add based on how much you like. I always enjoy adding a little bit of olive oil to these to just give it a little bit of texture, a little flavor. I love olive oil. Very healthy. A lot of healthy fats there. So, what does a lunchbox actually look like when we put it together? I'm doing 2 because Rihanna and I are going to be eating this meal today as well. So, I'll give you an idea of how that's going to be made up. First, we have our baby spinach. And we just got this over at Park and Shop. We're going to really, don't be shy with the amount of spinach that you're putting in the box. You can fluff it out to take up some space. I would say one of these containers might make up about 2 boxes, and that's probably safe. Like I said, don't be shy. You're not going to add too much spinach. Nobody's ever gotten sick from eating too much spinach. Not even Popeye. Okay? So that's what the spinach is going to look like. Now, take in the vegetables. So half of our radishes are going to go in here. Half of our cherry tomatoes as well. Rihanna always gets on my case because I make a mess when I do this stuff, so don't judge me if I miss the box with half of what I'm putting in. Okay. And this does not have to be measured exactly. You just have to get a really decent amount of vegetables. As I said before, just don't be shy. You're not going to put too many vegetables in this box, I promise you. These radishes are great. A root vegetable. That's our most nutrient-dense vegetable that goes as part of this particular lunchbox. Okay. Not last, but second, we're going to put our chicken in to the box. Okay. This is 1 chicken breast we're going to put in each. So we each are going to get 1 chicken breast. As you know, when you buy these at Park and Shop, you are... sorry, the person behind the camera is giving me some information. What's that?
The steamer.
The steamer. Oh yes, how to cook the chicken. Thank you so much, Rihanna, for adding. We like to steam our chicken if possible. So it's a good idea to get a trusty steamer that'll help you prepare your meat in the healthiest way possible without losing a lot of the nutrients or adding any of those trans fats that are so dangerous that you hear about. So last we need to, again, not last, add this avocado. I've already chopped this up. So now I'm just going to scoop it into my lunchbox. I'll probably make a bit of a mess. Rihanna is used to it by now. I love avocado. You're going to see a lot of avocado in these meal plans. It carries a ton of healthy fats with it, a lot of nutrients. It's a great way to take up to give yourself some sustained energy throughout the day. Okay. Now we're going on to Group C to add into the box. This is going to start off with our nuts. Don't be quite as liberal with the use of the nuts. I'm going to add a small handful into each box. That should be enough. If you really love your nuts, you could add a little bit extra, but try not to do too much. There's a lot of calories in nuts, and we can suddenly make a very healthy lunchbox into an unhealthy one if we add too much. All right. Next, I'm going to add some green onion. I'm going to be pretty liberal with my use of the spices and seasoning. If one of these spices happens to be salt, be a little bit more conservative with how much you're going to add. But it's not a problem if you do add a little bit of salt to these. I understand the flavor. We need to make sure that it's something tasty that you're going to enjoy. So, doesn't need to be, you don't need to worry about adding it too evenly. Last thing, a little bit of olive oil. All right. So that's going to be what the preparation is going to look like. The very last thing you're going to do, that's why you want one of these nice, tight, sealable containers. Seal it up. Give it a little shake. So you mix it up evenly. You don't want to finish off all of one thing. Be stuck with just spinach at the bottom. And this is your meal for the day. The way this is going to work, and I'll explain this a little bit further to each of you in your individual sessions, is you are not going to eat this entire salad all at once. You're going to go in and eat this every about 90 minutes. So after you've had your breakfast, maybe around 11, 11:30, you're getting a little hungry in the office. You're going to come in here and you're going to have 4 or 5 bites of this. Try to mix up what you get so you get a little bit of everything. You'll have 4 or 5 bites of this. You won't eat until you're full. Okay? I'm going to repeat that right into the camera. You do not eat until you're full. You just take 4 or 5 bites, take the edge off that hunger a little bit, go sit down and wait and allow your stomach to digest the food. Alright? It's going to expand once it's down there, and you will feel a little bit more full once you've given it some time. Okay? So maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the day, you're actually going to eat this. I suggest every 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, you're going to pop by the fridge, have another 5 or 6 bites, so that you regulate how much you eat at once. And we don't do that big gorge where we expand our stomachs. And that makes it very difficult to make ourselves feel full after. Okay? Now we'll get to a little bit more information about what exactly goes into every box tomorrow with your first nutrition plan the whole day. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you soon.